Morning, everyone. We're going to do some multiplication of binomials today, but in order to do that, we need to practice some area model stuff. So here we go. We're going to use this 3 times 4 to model what an area model looks like. So the numbers that I multiply together, those are called factors. So I'm going to write them right here as factors, 3 times 4. It's two numbers I'm multiplying together. Okay, so I want the area as a sum. So the factors go on the outside. The sum is on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to say that it's the length of the rectangle. This is 1, 1, 1, a length of 3. And then on the vertical side, the 4 is 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives me 4. So if I multiply 1 times 1, that's going to give me an area of 1. Again, 1 times 1 will give me an area of 1 square unit. Again, 1 times a height of 1, each one of these little rectangles is an area of 1. Okay, so 1 times 1 gives me 1. 1 times 1 gives me 1. 1 times 1 gives me an area of 1, so on and so forth. So in this purple or in this green rectangle here, how many squares do I have in total? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 12 units squared. So the inside is the sum of the area. All right, next one. We're going to call 2 the length. Just kidding. We're going to call 2 the height, and x plus 4 is the width. So we write that these are factors, two pieces that I'm multiplying together, so they go on the outside. I write x plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And then my height is 2, so 1 is 1 plus 1. Okay, we'll do this in a little faster way in a little bit. Okay, so x times 1 gives me x. Okay, 1 times 1 gives me 1. 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 And then I can do it the same for the second row. So in this blue rectangle, the width is x and the height is 1. So 1 times x gives me x. The width of this next blue rectangle is 1. The height is 1, so that's 1. So on and so forth. 1, 1, 1. Okay, so in total, what we did for the products, we did 2 times x plus 4. And when I multiply those together, I get a sum of areas, which is on the inside. So I add up x plus x gives me 2x. And then I add up all of these single ones. Okay, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many do you have in total? I have 8. You can see that this is a fancy way to distribute. Okay, all right, last one. We have our width, our height and our width. It really doesn't matter which one is the width and which one is the height. I just wanted to match it for this model right here. Okay, so the width is x plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, which is 2. All right, the height is x. So in blue, what is the width of this square and the height of this square? X and x. So x times x gives me x squared. Hey. This width is 1. The height is x, so that's going to be x. At 1, the height is x, so we get x. We're going to add those up. I get x squared plus how many x's am I adding together? 2 x's. What are my factors? That's the original multiplication, x times x plus 2. That's it. So we're just rewriting. Oh, lastly, you can see that this is a fancy way or a different way for us to distribute. Okay, so x times x gives me x squared, and x times 2 gives me 2x. So now we're going to do this with two factors. Two things are multiplying together, but they both have this little add piece in them. So x plus 3 times x plus 4. These are my factors, so I'll go ahead and write them right here. X plus 3 times x plus 4. Remember, this is the outside of the area model, and this is the sum is the inside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. It doesn't matter where you write the x plus 3 or the x plus 4. You can write them this way, or you can write them, or you can switch them. Okay, so the yellow could be where the blue is, and the blue can be where the yellow is. Okay, so next we're going to do x plus 3. So instead of doing plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, we're going to just write plus 3 now. Okay, and then the blue is x plus 4. So for each one of these rectangles, how wide is this first left rectangle? It is a width of x and a height of x. So together those make x squared. Okay, we're going to move on to this one to the right. What is the width of that rectangle? It's 3. And what is the height of the rectangle? I can see that it is a height of x. So 3 times x gives me 3x. Okay, lower boxes. X is the width, 4 is the height, so this is an area of 4x. And then the last one is the width is 3 times the height. I look on the outside is 4, gives me 12. This is kind of like a Punnett square if you're in biology. Okay, so the inside is the sum, so I get x squared plus, we add up the 4x plus 3x gives us 7x plus 12. And that is our answer right there. Okay, next one. On the outside, we're going to write our x plus 2 and our x minus 4. This time I'm going to write the blue up top and the yellow on the side. Okay, so I go x minus 4, and I put the negative with the 4, and then x plus 2. All right, so we have x times x gives me x squared. Negative 4 times the side, which is x, gives me negative 4x. The top is x. The side is 2, so 2x. And then negative 4 times 2 gives me negative 8. All right, as factors, which was the original, x plus 2 times x minus 4. And then the inside, we add up these, so we get x squared. 2x minus 4x is minus 2x minus 8. Okay, so this is just a fancy way for us to distribute like x times negative 4, 2 times x, and 2 times negative 4. So it's like a double distribution. Okay, so the Punnett square, the area model helps us do that. All right, set this one up. I'm going to do yellow and blue, blue, yellow. I'm going to go ahead and label these. I got my highlighter out. All right, so I get 2x plus 3, and then the top is x plus 5. Okay, so I multiplied 2x times x, which gives me 2x squared. Okay, then I'm going to multiply 2x times 5, which gives me 2 times 5 is 10x. Okay, the lower corner, I'm going to multiply x times 3, which gives me 3x. And then this right lower corner is 5 times 3, which is 15. All right, so on the outside, 2x plus 3 times x plus 5 would give me the inside area here. Okay, so 2x squared plus 3x plus 10x is 13x plus 15. All right, so this is my answer right here. Okay. All right, last one. So I have x minus 1 times 3x plus 4. Okay, for this first box, we're doing top left times top. Okay, so 3x times x gives me 3x squared. 4 times x gives me 4x. 3x times -1 gives me -3x. And then 4 times -1 gives me -4. All right, so the outside is 3x plus, hey, 4 times x minus 1. And the inside is the area as a sum is 3x squared. 4x minus 3x gives me positive 1x, so plus x minus 4. All right, and that is that. This is multiplying binomials. Okay, reach out to me if you got questions, okay?